Hello, welcome to CFA Level 2. This is Nick at Quartic again with 10 topics in 10 weeks. We're looking at fixed income this time. Fixed income is a challenging area. Unless you're very technically minded with real mathemo, you're going to find fixed income that poses a lot of challenges. It's 10 to 15%, so up to 18 questions in your exam. And we have 5 readings. First of all, term structure and interest rate dynamics. This is the yield curve, but it's not just the yield curve. It's how interest rates interact with each other, how we look at spot rates and forward rates, a bit of bootstrapping. We look at 9 different theories of the shape of the yield curve, and we do all sorts of bits of analysis, bits of duration analysis within it. Quite a complex area. Arbitrage-free valuation framework. We introduced a binomial model. Now you saw this very briefly in level 1 quants, but we're going to define it fully. We're going to define it in such a way that we can create this concept where assets within this produce the right valuation. That's what arbitrage-free means. It means you're calibrating the model to make the valuation that comes out of it correct according to the market. It seems a reasonably straightforward idea, but it's quite complex to do. But from that, we then apply the model to bonds with embedded options. And bonds with embedded options come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. We've got basic bonds that are callable at a particular date, at a particular price, and puttable. But once we've got the binomial model working, it's very flexible. We can apply the model, for example, to floating rate bonds, to floaters that have got a cap and a floor on the coupon, and all these different things. So quite a long reading, this third one, where we start exploring all sorts of different types of bonds with embedded option, and then we wrap it up with a look at convertible bonds. Credit analysis models, very interesting area. When we talk about credit risk, which we did a bit at level 1, how does that affect the credit spread? Lots of calculations here. You'll see the binomial model again. You'll see lists of credit ratings with a view of what spreads might change and how that affects the valuation. So quite a complex technical mathematical area. We look at the structure of a balance sheet in different ways and how it can be described using call and put options. So quite a broad topic. And then we wrap up with credit default swaps. Now, a few years ago, this used to be under derivatives. They are swaps. Effectively, how we can value the credit risk by looking at CDSs, credit default swaps. We pay a regular payment to a CDS writer, and then we get some payback if there is a default event. We explore what that means, what the actual cash flows are, whether we've got investment grade or high yield bonds and the difference there. And so that once we've got the main models, that will hopefully give us some reasonably good questions. Overall, fixed income is challenging. You need to put quite a lot of time into it, and you will hopefully find that the questions that come out of it, therefore with the work, will give you some good results.